Hey, it's Alex. Do you know how to decide whether to kill or scale your Facebook ads? In this video, I'm going to talk about exactly what you need to look for in order to make that decision. So let's jump right in. The path is clear. To decide what Facebook ads we want to kill or we want to scale, we need to talk about metrics or KPIs. So why do metrics matter? Because if you don't know them, you can't track them. Because if you don't track them, you lose money on your Facebook ads campaigns without even knowing. Because if you track them, you know when to kill underperforming ads and scale winners. What do these terms mean? We need to talk about a few, like before we get into it, we need to talk about some terminology very quickly. KPIs, or key performance indicators, are the performance measurements we use to determine the success of our Facebook ads. So these are the metrics we're going to be looking at. Break-even is the point of balance between making neither a profit nor a loss. So it means that if you break even, you're not making money, but you're not losing money either. AOV, or average order value, is the average of all the sales that you've done in a period of time. And conversion rate is the number of website visitors you need to make a sale. How do I calculate my AOV, or average order value? It's the total of sales divided by the total orders that you had over a period of time. Say you consider total sales over 6 months and total orders over 6 months. So both of them have to be over the same period of time. An example would be $1,000 divided in sales divided by 10 orders. That gives me an average order value, or AOV, of $100. How do I calculate my conversion rate? The conversion rate is the total number of orders that you've received in a period of time divided by the total number of visitors in the same period of time times 100. In the example that we're following, we had 10 orders in the previous slide divided by the total number of visitors in the same period of time, which is 500, times 100 to get a percentage. That equals 2% in this case. This means you need 50 visitors to make one sale. Now, if you don't have data when you need to calculate this, or when you need to decide what your conversion rate is, you can estimate it between 1% or 0.5% if just to get you out of trouble. Once you have enough data, then you need to calculate it properly. How do I calculate my break-even point? That would be the average order value minus the unit cost minus the fulfillment per unit divided by the number of visitors that I need. And this is obviously considering that we have unit cost and fulfillment costs because we're delivering or we're selling physical products. If you're not selling physical products, the average order value would be enough. So in the example we're following, we had an average order value of $100, minus $40 unit cost, minus $20 for fulfillment of that individual unit, divided by 50 visitors, and that gives us 80 cents. This means that if I get 50 visitors and pay Facebook 80 cents per visitor, or $40, which is my profit, I break even because I paid Facebook $40 and my profit is $40, which is calculated 100 minus 40 minus 20. What metrics should I track then? Well, the main metric that we're talking about is the cost per result, or cost per conversion, or cost per purchase, depending on where you're looking at this. And in our case, in our example, is $40 on ads that sold already, which means that if your ads haven't made any sales, then Facebook is not going to give you a cost per result or cost per purchase in that case. So you need to look at the ads that have already made sales to find out what your cost per result is. Now, the secondary metrics that we need to look at are the CPC, or cost per click, which in our case, in our example, is 80 cents on ads that have or haven't sold yet, because as soon as you have a click on your ad, you're going to have a cost per click. The cost per 1,000 impressions, or CPM, is the cost that Facebook charges you to show your ads to, or your ad to 1,000 people. The CTR, or click-through rate, is the number of people who clicked on your ad compared to the number of visitors, compared to the number of people who saw your ad. And finally, the relevance score, which is displayed on Facebook Ads Manager on ads only, not on ad sets or campaigns, indicates how relevant Facebook considers your ad to be. If the relevance score is 8, 9, or 10, then you can be sure that you're getting a good cost per click and a good cost per 1,000 impressions and therefore you're going to get a good cost per result. Now, if your relevance score starts dipping below 7, then you're probably going to be charged high cost per click, high cost per 1,000 impressions, and definitely your cost per conversion is going to be higher than you want it to be. So you need to pay attention to that and make sure that your ads are relevant and they have engaging copy, engaging images. Your ad needs to be revised in that case because it's not relevant to the audience you send, or you need to change the audience that you're showing the ad to. How do I use metrics to kill or scale an ad, which is the topic of this video really? Well, as your main metric is cost per result equal to $40 in this case, we need to see what Facebook shows us as cost per result on the Ads Manager. If the cost per result is equal to $40, then it means that we're breaking even, we're happy. We need to, in this case, duplicate the ad set and test other variables to see if we can lower it. So for that, you need to look at secondary metrics and breakdowns to decide which variables to test with. If the cost per result is lower than $40, you're making money. So you're above break even. In this case, you would need to scale your ads by $5 to $10 or 10 to 20% every 48 hours. Now, if your cost per result is greater than $40, you need to stop the ad set or you'd be losing money because you're above your break-even point in terms of cost, and it means that you are not even making the $40 that you need to make because you're paying Facebook more than your profit. So in every case, you need to give Facebook time to optimize. That's why I'm talking about the 48 hours on this slide. How can I track my metrics? Well, firstly, you need to customize your Ads Manager columns by removing the metrics that distract you and adding the ones that you need to track. The ones that distract you are, for instance, the reactions or the number of reactions that your ad is getting or the number of likes and shares that your ad is getting. And once you've tracked your metrics manually and know what to expect, you've done this for a while, you can create automated rules to send you notifications or to take action automatically when your metrics increase or decrease. Automated rules? Yes. They're available for free as part of your Business Manager. And to get there, you click on the menu on the top left, then you select all tools at the bottom to make sure that the menu expands, and then you select automated rules under create and manage. And that is it. Now, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up below the video. And if you want to leave a comment and tell me what you would like me to talk about, or you have any questions about this video, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to know when the next video is coming out. Hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you in the next video.